Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. I'm going to do a new life reading, and I've chosen the Death Doula Oracle to get us started because, as you would be aware, that new life always springs from the destruction of the old. So this Death Doula Oracle will give us a kind of guidance on what we're letting go, what we're integrating, and so that we can move on. And I want to ask, where does the new road ahead lead us, especially into like who you are becoming. So let's see, what guidance does the Oracle have for us? What is the collective letting go? What is the collective integrating? Okay, they needed a good shuffle. Are you not letting go? Just kidding. So we have had two cards come out. Dishonesty and the Sun. And I'm going to read from the book because I don't think I've ever used this deck before. Beautiful cardstock, beautiful images as well. So let's have a look. Dishonesty. This card implies dishonesty, not from another, but from yourself. How have you been deceiving yourself? What are the stories you've been telling yourself? What narratives have you been adhering to? What have you been ignoring that needs attention? What comforts do you hide behind? So interesting, and I like that the author of the deck has turned the question back to us. One thing I've noticed is a lot of readers, both online and in person, always project the difficult cards externally, and they might suggest, oh, someone's been dishonest with you. And yes, people are dishonest with us. But when we can tell and we continue the lie, we become the one that's dishonest to ourselves. The Sun card says, turn to the sun, celebrate, dance, breathe into your heart. Absorb the joyousness, warmth, and life-giving force that is the sun. Give thanks to what has been harvested. Honor what you have sown for yourself. So it looks like a real shift here that you've left behind a lie. And the lie that you've left behind was a lie that you were telling yourself. Maybe something you thought that you wanted, or something you could see was not working for you, but you kept pretending to yourself, which is a form of deceit, that it was great. And one thing I certainly do notice with like gratitude culture is, gratitude can be a great anchor for us when things are rough, but it can also lean into what is termed spiritual bypassing, which is pretending that something is great when it isn't. So I thought I'd mention that. Let me know in the comments if you have recently overcome something of that sort. So where are we headed? Where are we headed on this journey? We have 2 of Knives in the shadow. 5 of Knives. Okay, so there might have been an argument or some sort of internal conflict within yourself. I get the sense too that you've been very self-critical of yourself and almost punishing yourself for abandoning yourself, maybe. And wonderful, the Fool. So again, reflecting like difficult and joyful energy. We have the Fool, the 10 of Shells, and the 9 of Knives. You are on a new journey to great abundance and material success. This material success will be witnessed in your body and in your health. So there's definitely good signs for healing the physical body, but also for gain, material gain. Here we have a person holding dear. Well, it's a woman. This is a feminine deck. She's holding close to her new home and her box of treasures there. And the little treasures that she's just collected through life. And the key word here is legacy. So I wonder if as well you're on a journey, not somewhere else, although it might be. You're actually on a journey home to yourself, and home to yourself as a woman who's collected treasures on the way. But there's something that haunts you. There's something that grieves you. And it's your stuff that you're going to conquer. I think you have, again, been very harsh on yourself, very self-critical about what you should have, could have done better or differently. Perhaps you're even reviewing the past or reviewing a particular scenario. Now, the 9 of Knives can be heaven or hell. So we can agonize and invest our energy in a state of despair and acrimony, or we can invest our imagination into bliss. So one practice you might wish to engage with is anytime you sit and agonize over something, flip it to how you wish things were. Flip it to what the perfect scenario would be and is. And you will change your mindset immediately. Okay. So the new task ahead, 9 of Cups. So we've got some mirroring happening here with the Chariot in the shadow. 9 and 9. Remember I just said flip the script from agony to pleasure. 7 of Cups. I think you're also musing on where to next. And you're in a luxurious position right now. You're looking good. You're feeling comfortable. You're daydreaming. You're just open to what's next. So what is next? Here we have the Mother of Knives, the Protector. This is the Queen of Swords. Here we have a sort of tribal woman overlooking and protecting the children of her tribe. So you might be thinking about your legacy in how you serve others, how you serve the younger generation. Children might be on your mind in some way. In terms of being of service to children. In the next row we have 2 of Swords, the 5 of Keys, and the Marga of Keys. Keys in this deck are wands. So this is the King of Wands, but because it's a feminine deck, it's the Marga. Is that right? Yeah, we have Mother and then Marga. who's like, actually no, I think in this deck we have Mother, Marga, and Crone. This is a high-ranking woman. So any decision ahead, it looks here to me like you are at a crossroads about what's next for you. You're daydreaming, you're tuning in, you're weighing up the situation. You're also, I like the Five of Keys because it's creative conflict, but in a retelling of that story. And the retelling of the story here, even though the key word is struggle, it's sort of exciting. It's almost like you've been given 5 keys to 5 different doors. And so you're going to try out 5 different doors, and some might suit you and some might not. And remember, this is from a deck called the Circle of Doors, which is an indie deck. I believe both are independent decks. But you will find the key. You will become the Marga of Keys. This is the feminine version of Mage. So you will know intuitively which door is the one that you want to walk through. And it's funny, the moment you walk through that door, you'll end up with 100 extra keys. And with the keyword rebel. So I'm wondering if you're thinking of making a radical change in your life. Maybe not choosing what's comfortable, not choosing what's expected, but doing something differently, because I'm getting the sense that there is a bit of a life purpose calling you here. So in the next row we have the Ace of Knives, the Two of Keys, and the Star. So you've come out of something quite harrowing, quite heavy, quite difficult, but you've come out with a sense of you want to reclaim your power and your life. And you understand yourself as the master or the mistress of your destiny. Two of Keys, any two is a crossroads and is ruled by the goddess Hecate. So here Hecate is granting you the keys and opening the way for you, the way of the star. So what is your North Star? This is the question for this reading. It's not just about, the Star card is not only about finding yourself breathing after a shipwreck and being thankful for being alive. Although sometimes if you have a really difficult tower moment, it can simply mean that. I think what the star also points to is the goddess Ishtar and the morning and evening star. Where are you really going? What is your legacy in this life? What is your purpose? These questions might be arising for you. So I see that that's definitely the theme of the moment. The theme of this moon for you is considering a sort of rebellious choice. 3 of Shells, maybe collaborating with others, coming together. It's also the triple goddess here. So you've gone through many phases of life and development. So you're not at the beginning. Even though you're at a new beginning for you, you know how things work. The Tower in the shadow. There's a sense in you that you just want to break it all down. You want to... there's an urge within you of breaking free and breaking open. The Witch card here is the number 5, the major arcana of the Hierophant. She is the woman who has studied and who knows the arts of healing, the arts of heaven and earth, and also the meaning of life, the deeper meaning of life. So it looks like to me you want to create something that connects you to the meaning and the purpose of your journey here. And the Maiden of Knives, this is like the equivalent to the Knight of Swords, although I don't even know if I should bother giving the equivalent because we're in our own universe now. The Maiden of Knives, she's hitting the road. She's in her car, she has her machete with her, she's read her I Ching, and she knows what she's doing. She's making a decisive decision and she's going for it. It's kind of exciting. And I feel like you're going to leave something behind. Maybe a job, maybe a way of life. I'm really getting the sense here that this is about a way of life for you. Some sort of bigger existential path. Yeah, so let me know if that's been on your mind. It looks like you will absolutely be successful. Let's ask. What's the best advice for the collective as we hit the road? We have the Magician card. Card number 1. So we've had the Fool and the Magician. The 7 of Keys. Perseverance. There's something you've been working on and training on and working on and training on for years. Maybe even 7 years is significant to you. So think about where you were 7 years ago and what you began. And here we have the Mother of Cups. There's something you've been working on for 7 years, but it could also be 7 days. I'm getting the sense that this is something you've been training and preparing for. And it's time to offer this cup to the world giver. You've created something that you've been developing and delivering, and it's time to offer it to the world. Here's the Maiden of Keys, the seeker. Their younger generations need to hear from you, and we have the Crone of Cups in the shadow. Look within. The advice is what really sets you alive and alight. And the knowledge within will tell you what you need to do. And once you get it, you'll go for it with the 2 of Cups in the shadow. The 2 of Cups in the shadow tells me once you go through this process and you offer the cup to the world, there will be awaiting you a counterpart sort of toasting your success. So it's quite lovely, and that counterpart could be your co-creation with the entire world. So I wish you all the best, and as always I will leave you with my love and courage until we meet again. Bye for now.